The Israel-Hamas conflict in Gaza has never ceased since the attack by Hamas on October 7th. Retaliatory attacks by Israel have severely destroyed Gaza, including hospitals. To get information on the latest update on the situation in Gaza, we have joining us here Dr. Arif Rahman, Presidium of Mer-C. Hello, good afternoon, Doc. Thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon, Ms. Chacha. Thank you very much.
Of course. Now, Doctor, in the social media, it was reported that Mer-C has lost contact with the volunteers and local staff since 2 p.m. on Friday. But we are very happy to hear that today it is confirmed that they have been found. Now, could you please provide us with an overview of the situation? What actually happened to the Mer-C volunteers?
It's correct, Ms. Chacha. At Friday, before our last communication with our volunteers, it's actually the last message they deliver are that the director from Indonesian hospital are asked us to make a Zoom meeting regarding the situation in the hospital. So at that time, we were discussing about the appropriate time to make the meeting with the management of the Indian hospital. But after 2 p.m. at Friday, we never heard any information since again. And we tried to contact other people inside Gaza, our local staff, other medical officer in the hospital, and all our networking, and the results the same. Throughout the social media, throughout the phone, WhatsApp, the result is it's the same. It's no news that coming from Gaza. We try also to reach our embassy in Jordan, in Egypt. They also confirmed that they also lost communication with other Indonesian citizens inside Gaza Strip. After trying every possible means to reach out with our volunteer, Alhamdulillah, praise to Allah that yesterday in the Sunday at around 10 p.m. we received the short message from our local staff informing that they are all in safe condition. So it's a really happy news from them. And after that, we also confirmed that other Indonesian citizens already back online, and start from then we can communicate with limitation. But the situation now is getting better because just now we already have our Zoom meeting with the management of the Indonesian hospital. That's the situation now.
All right, Dr. Arif, we are very relieved as well to hear this update. I cannot imagine how relieved you must be when you first heard about the news from the missing volunteers. But as happy as we are, can you please explain to us in further details what measures were taken by Mer-C or corresponding official there in Gaza to locate the missing Mer-C volunteers, and how is the communication now with them? The last information we had, you only can communicate through text messages. How's the communication now with them? Have you been able to talk with them directly?
That's true. The major problem inside Gaza, there's only one provider that service all for the Gaza people. So if this provider shut down by the Israeli, it means that all communication means inside Gaza is also shut down. So to overdo that, we try to connect with other our network from the NGOs, from the people, the ministry, the staff, medical staff in hospital, so we can trying to detect the whereabouts of our volunteers. But yesterday, since all our effort is come in zero, so we decided that the most suitable situation at that time was the Israeli trying to shut down the communication means. So there is no communication through Gaza and inside Gaza. And since that's the situation, and nobody can go inside Gaza because the Rafah crossing is still closed. The only possibility that we can do at that time was just praying the best for them. And again, praise to Allah. I think Allah answer our prayer, and it's really a relief that now we have our volunteers and other Indonesian citizens in the good situation. And as I speak with you, we now still communicating with our volunteer and the management of Indian hospital through the Zoom meeting regarding the last situation about the severity of damage and the patient condition inside the Indonesian hospital.
Dr. Arif, for explaining us that latest update. Now, based on your last communication with them, can you share with us the details of their condition at the moment and what would happen to them? Will they be staying put in Gaza or maybe they would be sent home? What's the next plan?
Yeah, the situation in Gaza is more and more dire in every day. The condition now, I mean, the focus now is not regarding the war between the Israeli and the Hamas, but regarding the collateral damage that happened to the Gaza people. We're talking about around 2 million people that became a victim in this in the fight between the Israeli and Hamas. Nobody in, nobody out. The humanitarian aid are waiting outside the Rafah crossing, and we still don't know when the border will be opened by the Egyptian authority. So the situation now is in a difficult situation day by day inside the Gaza Strip. Small amount of food and a small amount of water is still available, but I think it will not be available in the next week. And again, I must address, like the already mentioned by the General Secretary of the UN, that uh, after the violation of the international humanitarian law by the Israeli, the most victim in this war are the civilian. We're talking about more than 2 million people. We're talking about children. We're talking about disabled person. We're talking about the people that neglected after the siege from the 2007 or 2008. So it's a difficult situation now. I believe that maybe in the next week or even in the next day, the situation inside Gaza Strip will become more difficult if we cannot open the border for the humanitarian relief to enter and to bring the medical aids and humanitarian aid to be distributed for the people in needs there.
Okay, Dr. Arif, I now want to talk more about the incident of losing contacts with the volunteers. Does this incident with the local staff has happened before, or is this actually a frequent incident, or is this the first time? And does Mer-C have actually any prevention policies over this matter?
Oh yeah. In any escalation time, the Israeli military usually will shut down the communication. Uh, since, like I said before, that in Gaza Strip, only one provider available, so it's easy with them to shut down the communication. At that time, usually the only means of communication only by short message. No phone call, no internet, only by the short message. But I believe this aggression or this war are the worst. Not only since it's the longest and the victim is the highest, but they also shut down the electricity. They also shut down the water supply and also the fuel supply. and the lastly is they also cut off the communication. Any other provider, I said the maybe from the Egypt or from the Israeli are not available, and communication is a sensitive item inside Gaza Strip. I mean, if you're not using a provider that publicly available, you are in the suspicion that you are a spy or any other military conductor. So communications is still sensitive item inside Gaza Strip.
Okay, Dr. Arif, last question. The public has been receiving video footages on what have been happening in Gaza based on Mer-C volunteers' report. Now, maybe you can make us understand better on what is actually happening there. How destructive or how severe is the impact of Israel's bombardment for 23 days ever since the Hamas attack on October 7th? Please shed a light on this, Doctor.
Yeah, the construction of the building is robust. I mean, after 3 weeks aggression nearby the hospital is still holding on. But as we can see at the video footage, usually after the bomb landing nearby the hospital and the blast or the shock will be delivered to the building, and the glass from the window or the ceiling will be fall down, as we can see, and the situation will make the patient, the medical workers, anybody who inside the building get panic. And this panic situation, since the hospital also received refugee, around 1,000 refugee inside the hospital complex, the panic situation could easily become the chaotic situation. And we cannot imagine at the narrow area inside the hospital that the situation becoming chaotic. The condition will be more and more uncontrollable. And since all the room inside the hospital are occupied by the patient, it's difficult. It's difficult to receive more wounded person from the event of the blast from the bomb. So as a functional of the hospital already overburdened by the current victim that still coming to the hospital. So in more days, the medical staff, the medication, the every aspect of the hospital, also including the electricity and the fresh water supply, if it cannot be available, and then we can say that this hospital will be collapsed by function. That's the situation of the hospital.
Dr. Arif Rahman, Presidium of Mer-C. Thank you so much, Dr. Arif, for providing us with the latest updates and insight. Please send our best regards to the volunteers who now been found, on to everyone in Mer-C as a sign of appreciation for the good work, the important work, but dangerous work that you're doing. Please stay safe, Dr. Arif, to you and to everyone in Mer-C. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Miss. Thank you.